Good morning, Liverpool class, and welcome again. I hope that you're well, and today we're going to have a look at a story, a fiction story by a famous author, Shirley Hughes. It's called Lucy and Tom Go to the Seaside. Now then, I would like you to listen to this popular story on the YouTube channel. Maybe you might even have the book at home, I don't know. But if not, listen to it. Really listen carefully to all the things that they do. Then I'm going to think about creating this story map. Look, I've got 8 pictures, so 8 things that we're going to think about. So where they were preparing to go to the seaside, they were getting the picnic ready. Second picture is the journey. Now they travelled on a train, didn't they? And they saw the wonderful countryside. Now when they got there, they walked down a long windy path, bit bumpy, bit stony, and the children were amazed at how vast, how huge the sea was. They loved lots of people were playing in the sea. They were dashing in and out. Children, adults, dogs, paddling, swimming. Then Dad built a moat with them, didn't he? And it had turrets all around, and it had a tunnel going through the middle. They liked that. They even had lots of people with their kites, and they were flying high in the sky, and they were able to do that because it had some wind to help them. Also, at the beach there's always an ice cream van, isn't there? And they loved that, and it was quite a warm sunny day, so they enjoyed a wonderful scrumptious ice cream. And then last picture, look, they're packing up their bags and belongings because the tide was coming in. They were quite sad at leaving, but they knew they'd had an enjoyable day at the seaside. Now this, look, is our story map. I wonder if you can create a story map. Imagine a piece of paper. You start at the top, and these are the things, look. Can you draw each part? Create your own story map. Draw the things that would, so they were getting ready, weren't they? So they were planning their picnic. I wonder what you would put in your picnic. Then there was the journey on the train. I wonder if you would take it on a train, or you do something else. Would you travel by coach or a bus? Would you go in the car? Then there was arriving, and they had a little walk, didn't they, down? They saw the sea. There was lots of people at the beach, wasn't there, paddling, splashing in the waves, swimming. Then there was the sandcastle, wasn't there? They even made Dad, buried him in the sand, didn't they? They made a face out of shells, didn't they, too? Flying the kites, eating ice cream. Then they had to pack up, didn't they? Now then, as we write our story, I've gone through it, look, each sentence. So this was getting ready. And I've put sentences, sometimes there's 1 or 2. And the first one's got a time adverbial, look. One sunny morning we were going on a trip to the seaside. Now I know that you know that each sentence without fail always has a capital letter at the beginning, full stop at the end, and it has finger spaces, and that we always try to write in our very best handwriting, don't we? So the time adverbial there would be one sunny morning, because it's morning and it's sunny. We describe it, time adverbial. So one morning would be fine, but I've actually put an adjective in as well. Now our second sentence has got, remember, commas as lists, and we don't have a comma after, before, and. So we packed is in the past tense, so we packed a delicious, so I was using an adjective there, delicious picnic of sandwiches, comma, crisps, comma, fruit, comma, buns and apple juice. I don't put one before buns, do I? Okay, So let's have a look at sentence 2. There's only one here. This is on the journey, and there's a coordinating conjunction and past tense, because it's what we did, and there's an adjective to describe this countryside. Look, we travelled on a train and we saw some wonderful countryside out of the windows. Sentence 3 is describing the sea. Again, there's two here, look. A comparative suffix, so see, so, and a noun phrase. So I've said the cool blue sea, it was much bigger than expected. Oh, it was much larger. Or the cool blue sea, it was, can we say huger? No, we can say bigger or larger. And then my second one, look, I've put adjectives and a adverb. Remember, adverbs end in ly. Look, it was huge and the waves were splashing enormously all around. Again, the beach, look, I'm thinking of commas as lists because we're quite good at them now. And then adverb and a noun phrase for that sea that I put in. So my adverb ends in ly, doesn't it, happily? There were lots of dogs, comma, children and adults all swimming happily in the cool blue sea. Sentence 5 is all about the building of the sandcastle. Adjectives, noun phrase, commas as list. This is really for my second sentence. My first sentence is quite simple. It's a simple sentence. Dad built a sandcastle with the children. It's in the past tense. Then I go on to say it had a large moat around it. So large moat, comma, pointy square turrets I put, and a curved tunnel running right through the middle. The kites. Now then I've got a noun phrase because I've described the sky. I've got a suffix with ing, flying. Look, all around people are flying kites high into the sunny blue sky. And I could even go on to extend that and make another sentence about how they were flying, whether it was the wind that was helping it. Now then, sentence 7 here, eating ice cream with an adjective and a conjunction. Look, adjective to describe the ice cream and the conjunction before. So they all enjoyed a scrumptious ice cream before it was time to go. I've missed that out, look, so always a reader, so let's read that again. They all enjoyed a scrumptious ice cream before it was time to leave for home. Now then, 3 sentences preparing to leave. Look, the first sentence, I've got that conjunction because, an adverb quickly. So Mum and Dad packed all the belongings together because the tide was coming in quite quickly. Then the noun phrase for that long windy path with the conjunction so they set off up the long windy path so they could catch the train home. Now I've got an adjective because they were feeling sorry to leave the beach, but the conjunction, they all had an enjoyable day out to seaside. That was my suffix. Now then, I wonder if you would be able to use my structure going back to your creating of your story map and you be able to write your own story of Lucy and Tom going to the seaside. I would love you to send me your stories